This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Let's get right into the news. All right, the game. Okay, so the game is crying again. Okay, I hate to say it like this, but he is. Okay, you know, and I really don't like seeing the game going out like this. I'm gonna be honest with you. I am a fan of his music. I mean, I do like the game's music, and I'm sure you do too. He's a good rapper. He's a good rapper, and he makes good music. It's not all amazing. The song with Kanye he's good. But man, all the antics on the side is crazy, man. He's been crying for a long time too, man. Remember when he cried about, you know, the hip hop just let me down, man? What was that, in 2008? So here's the thing. Now he's admitting he was hurt about the exclusion. We knew that, bro. Even though you said you weren't hurt and it was cool. The crazy antics you've been doing since then is amazing. Now, why was he excluded? We already went over this, okay? He messed up the money, man, okay? He was going to get dropped from Interscope when he was signed to Dre. Dre asked for a favor from 50 because he helped put 50 on with Eminem. The game became part of G Unit, okay? So let's not act like he was there for the first album. He wasn't. He wasn't for the first album of 50 Cent. He was there after that. 50 Cent brought him on, part of the team. They treated him like, I mean, everyone was excited about the game. He was on all the DJ Who Kid mixtapes and everything. He forgets that. He thinks he helped build G Unit. You did not help build G Unit. You weren't on the G Unit album when it came out, after 50's album came out. You arrived around that time on mixtapes. You were eased into the crew. You did not build G Unit. Were you a big part of it at one point? Absolutely, because you represented a whole different coast. You brought a whole different dynamic into it, and that's when 50 started expanding and getting different dynamics into it, you know? Anyways, so he saved the game's career. He gave him a bunch of records he was going to put on his second album, 50 did, and, gave him the beat with him on it and probably a hook, and... so that's what they mean when they wrote it. I don't think they actually penned Game's verses, okay? Game can write his own stuff. He just guided him. Sometimes you need guidance to make something amazing, and he needed guidance to make hit records, He had the rapping down. He just needed guidance to make hit records. So anyways, he goes on to say he was very hurt that he wasn't, included. It was just because the game happened on the West Coast doesn't mean that you're automatically included. They gave the performance to Dre. Jay-Z controls the halftime show now during the Super Bowl. That was their way of, fixing the Colin Kaepernick situation, and or trying to at least, And anyways, the game was excluded because of their past. The game, Dr. Dre's probably like, I'm not including him. Would you include someone in something as sensitive as doing the Super Bowl? You already had Eminem. So he made it more of a thing about artists he put on. Now, the game should have been there, but the game is a wild card. Look what he's doing now. He's throwing a temper tantrum. He said, oh, Interscope paid me $1 million to say, stop saying GU not. Then he said, I'm too lazy to become a billionaire. I know 50's laughing somewhere at that. That's why 50's probably not responding to all this. He's like, remember he dissed 50 right after that. He said something about 50. I forget what he was saying. Like, oh, he wrote something for 50, or he really went at it with 50 Cent. After he said, me and 50 are cool all these years, he was like, yeah, me and 50 are cool now. You guys aren't cool. You guys, you'll flip on somebody in a second. Then he said Kanye did more for him in 2 weeks than Dre did his whole career. That's insane. Kanye West wouldn't even know who you were. So now he's crying, saying, oh, I was hurt by that, man. I should have been included. It's not fair. I was hurt by that. It was the West Coast. I wasn't invited. You weren't even invited to Kanye's section to watch the Super Bowl, bro. You be rubbing people the wrong way. You had just done a track and a video with him, and he still didn't invite you to his section to watch the Super Bowl. He said the reason I wasn't on the Super Bowl is because I'm not a safe artist. You don't know what the game's gonna do when you get up there. Exactly. Nobody wants you up there, bro. That's not a good look at your age and the amount of time you spent in the game. We on the West Coast, we only people who have crab in a barrel mentality. No. Sorry. New York does too. Where we want to keep guys down. Snoop is an icon. Dre is an icon. M is an icon. But M is not from LA. 50's not from LA. He said, you missed the whole point of the Super Bowl, I guess. I'm not taking away from the fact that we're on the Super Bowl, but LA was represented heavily. He's just sad. Kendrick was there too, buddy. Kendrick was there too. LA was represented well. You're just a wild card. Nobody and people are sick of all the antics. You know, like every couple years, it's something. You smashed all the Kardashians at one time. You did this. Now you're beefing with Meek Mill for nothing. Like it turned out to be nothing. If Meek Mill really had snitched on you, you wouldn't be cool with him now. It's all cap, bro. Like it you can't really give. It's hard to give Game any excuses. There's nothing. The billionaire thing was the funniest thing he said this week, though. I just don't feel like being a billionaire. If I woke up tomorrow and I wanted to be a billionaire, I'd be a billionaire. It's like, that's insane. He's like, it's just how my mind works. Like, if I worked at Home Depot, I'd be the CEO right now. It's like, okay. All right, buddy. Gotcha. Anyways, the Game. I'm excited to see what his music will be on Dramatic on July 1st. We'll see. And you just got to stop all these antics. Just make it about the music, bro. Drop videos. Drop music. Stop with these, these headlines get picked up. It's not selling albums, though. It might feel like you got stuff turned up. No. You're all it is headlines and making people shake their head. People have to learn the difference between... There is such thing as, bad press now, where it's there's effective... Okay, how about this? Not bad press and good press. Effective press and not effective press. Just because your name's out there doesn't mean people are going to buy your stuff. Wack 100 is doing the same thing. Well, this is Jordan Tower with JT News. I'll check you guys in the next one. Peace.